Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do your newest adventure today. We're going to do all of our shuffles. Good morning to you. This is afternoon on the East Coast. Hello, my East Coast viewers, well rested from yesterday's videos. Welcome back. And as you could see in the cover art, it said that you are going to be planning an adventure for June and July is what it's stated for. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. And let's get started with your first few messages from the ocean. So I kind of took it in a map-like direction. I'm going to pick from Whispers of the Ocean. We're going to pick a totem from this book from Diane Cooper. And then we'll go through and do the adventure story. Welcome to something new today. I did not want to do something that was a very general read. And we have two. Very cool. Bottom of the deck, Shedding the Old. The chapter is doing away with, we're saying goodbye to 2024 and parts of 2025 with your lobster creature. It says 38. I see that could be an age where something began, or a lot of you at 38 going into 40 are dealing with something, okay? Or it could have started at that age. Maybe you got married at 38. And the message is there is a change coming your way. Cultivate a sense of adventure. The whole point of the video. And so you will be able to see these new prospects. Okay, sometimes the new prospects take a little moment for you to look at, okay, and like inhale. So this is the first card. I love that this is the first one in an adventure video. This can be for a single. This is also for somebody taken, and this is also if you're going through a rough time too. I'm here for you. So we have 38. Very nice. Let's see your mystery cards, okay? And if you're wondering or you want to buy the same decks or you want to have them, that's Whispers of the Ocean. You have number 9. Okay, so think of 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, all the 9s in tarot, which are minor arcanas. You got seahorses, and they are each other's partner for life. So you could be meeting the one. That's something here that's going on in the photo. They're in the sea anemone of it all, and they're about to meet, specifically the girl one. And Whispers of the Ocean reads, number 9, Amble with Contentment. This one is one of my favorite cards. And I have studied Whispers of the Ocean. I've sat with the book for weeks, and I highly recommend that if you want a fun oracle, okay? So you could be finding your partner during this time. There is like a ghostly one. Do you see how that is kind of depicting an ancestor because of how translucent it is? Could be like someone ushering this behind the scenes for you, if you get what I'm saying. And it says waiting rather than acting is going to be the most advantageous now. Okay, I think you should act on a few things. I mean, this is basically saying stay behind the veil. I think you should do the opposite and get back out there. But do you see how this translucent seahorse is right behind what I'm taking as the feminine, because she's pink. I mean, you can do color therapy, but you might not be right. This could be the male. And then there's one in the background in the distance. So there could be a love coming in on your new adventure. This could be a love story, okay? But everybody on here just takes the love stories every other day. So we'll take it as it comes. 47 is connect to source. It says go within to discover what needs to be done. Create the shift required to attract what you want. Have you guys ever seen Law of Attraction films? Or The Secret is something also that comes to mind. There was a whole documentary, and you can find the whole thing actually on YouTube. There's the sea anemone. You're also seeing contrasts from distance and up close, focusing and then getting up close. So it could be closer than, you know, in your car window, it says objects might appear closer than what they appear, or you guys know what that is, what I'm going for. It's much closer than you're anticipating. Okay, if you're trying to solve a problem too, in your new adventure, the solution might be closer than what you're making it out to be. And we have a lot of themes like that on LL. It's a constant theme that we usually have. So it's closer. 47, you could be 47 years old. It says go within to discover those needs and what needs to be done. I'm going to read it again. Create the shift required to attract what you want. And when you do that kind of a shift, it's almost like the Aries card of the Fool. You tend to see the ramifications of the shift happen around you. And that's actually one of the law of attraction or secrets in the documentary. So you guys could pull that up today for fun. It's just a reference. You don't have to take it so serious. But we do have this kind of contrast. Even here, it's in the distance, but it's kind of close as well. And I'll give you a moment if you want to screenshot it. these are perfect for today's adventure reading. And I do think some of you are ready to explore that, whether that's your first time love, or this is, you know, the marriage that you're seeking, or if this is you being a single and you want to be guided. All of these are great advices to start off. The screenshot was there. Okay, hopefully that's helpful, because today I really want to be here to help you. Okay, let's do, some of you asked me to bring back the Psychic Intuitive Tarot. It's purple, and you guys will know when intuitives use it because it's the only one of its kind that's like this. There's another one that's blue, okay, but I have the purple one, and I don't know which one that one is. And let's get started. What did the Libras on the channel, or anyone that was drawn here today, find on their last adventure? Okay, standing your ground. You defended yourself. Some of you may have gotten a divorce or separated from someone imminently. So it's kind of like you were forced to stand your ground and defend certain things. Maybe it popped up and it was accidental. A lot of you were dealing with it in the moment. So it says here, you defended yourself. This is on the defense. It's a little bit of guarded energy, depending on how much you do it. And that's what you came from. I'm getting divorced if that's too sensitive for some of you. You know, watch with caution. It feels mostly like a separation or divorce. Stand your ground. Okay, what else did they come from? You have 2 more cards, and then we'll put this away. You became the Star energy with hope. I like that. This is actually the Star card in this deck. The numbers are off because they have so many cards. It's kind of like, this is like the Libra light card. It's definitely the card for our channel. And it says light. I had to check if it said light. I'm sorry about that. But, you know, you found maybe a sense of peace. A lot of you went and did this and you had to be alone to find it. So I think maybe there's somewhat of a hermit still that's coming out of hermit awakening. And if you are, I'm going to get a card for that. We're going to go back on this number 19 card, Knight of Wands. This is the Knight of Wands from this deck. So you got faster, maybe more energy. Your spiritual awakening could have kind of granted that by taking care of yourself. You gained a little bit more speed where you would be lackadaisical in the past, or procrastination. Okay, and then you have deception and envy. This is a jealousy card in the deck. It's something about that, the green with envy. I'll give you a moment if you want to look at some of the archetypes. He's wearing a mask. He just put it up though. It's like he just got home from the party and wanted to look at his face. And this could be going on around you. We have 8 of Swords. Firm foundation is going to be built on the new adventure. Let's clarify that too. That's a number 4. That would be the Emperor, or that's anything in tarot that involves stability, because the 444 angel number is about stability. And I'm going to hang it down so you guys could also see the artwork. Mountains are overcoming a type of struggle in spiritual totems and objects. So you could have overcome that recently, or some of you went through a loss. Some of you lost a pet, or there was there is a passing in the family. So there could be something here that you've just recently overcome. Firm foundation. We will look at all the serious ones here, and we'll find out how you transformed through those cards. There's 3 of them. Patience and planning is the next step. Very cool, because I think some of you are actually doing this. And new beginnings. Whether you have to take your kids along, some of you are single, or you're seeing 111. That's a very specific thing when you see 111. It says that your angels and your ancestors are guiding you no matter how difficult it gets. Sometimes there's a blockage too, like there were people in the way, or there were circumstances that didn't let you follow through. Like it wasn't a straight shot through it all. We will talk about that as well. I'll just make a marker that you got a bunch of 7s. 0, 7. Let's clarify this one, the new beginnings, if you are seeing 111. I got a bunch of letters yesterday. Okay, the channel wasn't so active, but the mailbox was of our channel. And a lot of you said you've been getting your angel numbers back. So kudos, because that talks about alignment. Let's go to tarot. Let's get it started. And hopefully my camera setup here is not going to fall. Wanted to get a first video out to you, and a lot of you were like, come back this morning. So we're here. Let's get a shuffle for our new TV series Tarot. Some of them were spot on, like one of the cards was Lone Ranger. I'll get that. You received the Wheel of Fortune. It kind of, did you guys see that? It wanted to come out of the deck. It was pushing really hard. You have the Wheel of Fortune. It talks about fate, and you're going to run into it, and it's about time. Now, this is a very serious card in Tarot, because it says, by the hand of the one who manifests, it shall turn. That's one of the quotes I learned. I don't know how many people know that even, because I saw it in a tarot book. The star could have been born out of pushing through that. So on your newest adventure, you run into your destiny at some point. A lot of you are fulfilling a purpose, something that's very important to you. It can be occupational, or for some of you, it can be like a fun project that you do at home. It could be creativity. It could be that you're doing music. Some of you could be recording or filming or documentation. Yesterday, I got a lot of you that are notarizing documents. That was cool. I saw a theme there. So you could be finalizing plans too, so you could move forward. Something happened here, like a internal makeover. Many of you had to do or complete the dark night of the soul, and that's very difficult. It's difficult, especially if you're going through other things like financial hardship, or you had a loss in the family, like I was mentioning. So you're pushing through there. Wheel of Fortune card number 10. And it is a war scene. I think they're taking this from Saving Private Ryan. That's where the card is from, or the series at least. Okay, let's go to Firm Foundation. Why is that a part of the new adventure? Seven of Swords. Seeing through the lies, getting the clarity through other people. Maybe you're receiving information. There could be something here about ancestry. And the reason why I say that even is because sometimes we have to break through that due to all of the karma in the family, okay? Or even the dharma sometimes. Somebody brought it up yesterday, so I thought I'd mention it here. It could be about a soulmate, like maybe they're currently watching. You can take the Seven of Swords sometimes positively if it is about watching, because they could be looking for characteristics of somebody that they want to marry, depending on your age. A lot of you guys are 35 to 47 on the channel. That's why that bracket, it's important for me to be responsible for when I read for you. Ten of Swords, yeah, coming from a breakup, coming from something painful. A lot of this is separation, long distance, you didn't know the truth. 10 and 7 of Swords, yikes, that's a big thing right there. That's a big thing. Let's talk about it. 10 and 7 of Swords. Is this somebody who got in the way? Queen of Swords. You're dealing with them now as a Queen of Swords. Libra energy. Very beautiful that you show up in a new adventure. This is the type of vocal prowess you will have in the new chapter, even if you have to build a firm foundation alone. And for some of you, it's going to look like that. Some of you are going to build that firm foundation based off an isolative moment at first, and then you build with strength, excuse me. So it's going to be strong. She has boundaries. You might have to set up some boundaries between you and another person. You might have to cut it off. I think here you will prevail because your voice is going to be the key secret. There's something about vocal prowess. Queen of Swords too, she doesn't play sweet. Like, she's not as sweet as Candy. It's not like that. She will say what needs to be said. And I'm gonna leave it on that note before I get gully with it. And you guys learned how I used gully in the weekend readings. So Queen of Swords. Okay, let's talk about the new beginnings. Who's the partner here? Seven of Cups. It's somebody of your romantic choices right now. They could be, I get that they're a stable person right off the bat. I think it's just about you choosing correctly and feeling them out. You will have to meet them, get out there, put yourself out there, and also ask for situations that are divine and healthy, because the Seven of Cups can be confusing at times, or you got a confusing situation. The advice is to be a Page of Pentacles and learn through your new adventure. Page of Pentacles, he's very, very young in the tarot. He's also tactile. He thinks on his feet. Sometimes he blurts things out because there's a new idea. It's saying here to just be the learner right now and invest in yourself. Point blank. Because if it was any other thing, let's say it was the Page of Swords, you would be consistently learning but not applying. You would just be watching quite a bit. Okay? The Sun card. This is a current card right now, and the only reason why I use this deck is because it still has consistency. In the afternoon, I'm going to use something completely different, but we are going to pull a special card for the Sun. And I don't know if it's because there's surrounding energies. Look at this 7, deception and envy. I don't know if you guys resonate with that, because somebody has got to be the Sun. Okay, so it's fueling this card over here. I think you have a lot of adult acclaim and success. So it kind of would be a place where someone would be envious. Can you show me that combo, please? The combo for the Sun. I told you, 6 of Wands. You can't make up even that moment that just happened right now. It's very hard to do that with 78 cards plus bonus cards. 6 of Wands. So your success, the Empress has garnered, maybe you got an award or promotion at work. A lot of you could be collaborating, or other people are interested in working on things that you are, or they have similar interests is what I see. Someone's got a similar interest. 7 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Empress. Oh my, that's the Empress card. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. In your new journey, you're no longer in the 9 of Pentacles, which is pre-Emperor. It goes to the Empress because success has been had. The 6 of Wands, the Empress. The 4 of Swords, the High Priestess, Pisces. You could have a Pisces around you or a Pisces ascendant, like a rising sign. We'll talk about that in a moment, because that could be a helpful person, or this is you. Could be scaring some people with your intuition as well. And then the Fool card. And you guys asked me to pull what the Fool card looks from TV series. So there you go. If someone could identify this, I think it's a Halloween movie, please let me know. Okay, because I'm not sure what TV series this is from. Then you got the Hierophant. The Hierophant is committing to your spirituality. Some of you take a trip because of this, or you are inspired by your own spiritual awakening. Many of you awakened 4 years ago too, so this has been a long time coming. Empress. Okay, the Empress is Taurus and Libra. You have Libra, you have Aquarius, you have Leo, doubled up. A lot of Leo. 3 of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius. 7 of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And then you got that 1 Chariot. I think you've decided to, a lot of you could be planning travel in June and July. I want to find out kind of where you're going. Let's do the where and how are you facilitating it. The where is a Gemini energy. You could be worried about plans, or you really want to do this thing and it just hasn't happened yet. I think you're going to be pushed into it. There's going to be kind of a nudge. There you go. There's the traveling Fool card. He has a knapsack and it's packed. 9 of Swords. You could be worried about the new journey. Why is it telling me that? Let's see here. The Star card. You're going to lead with your beliefs. If you don't feel secure with that, or there's some insecurities there, it's saying in the reading you're the Star. So you are going in the age of Aquarius, just like everyone else is trying to. And these energies are pulling. They are pulling this week specifically. So you're capable. The Star is, there's something here about like shine. I'm getting shine. And you're traveling. Okay. Clarify the 3 of Swords. I knew it. I knew it. I could feel it in the reading, Libra energy of the 3 of Swords. It could have started because somebody had given up, or forgive me for saying this, but like giving up on you at one point. They gave up on an Empress. So that's, you know, that's going to hurt for some time to come. It's going to hurt for some time. Okay, look at all the red too. Red color themes. They gave up on a Libra or a Taurus. Maybe you have Taurus sprinkled throughout your chart too, so there's a lot of that Hierophant in you. Okay, show me the Star and the Fool. 5 of Pentacles. Somebody feels left out. You've gained notoriety, maybe good dharma. There's been a long time between you and this person. They could be a Cancer, Aquarius, or an Aries. Those are the top signs. or a Taurus or Libra, maybe a fellow Venus sign. Taurus, yeah. Maybe there's Taurus around you and Aquarius, Cancer. Yeah, Taurus is even right here too. Okay, why do they feel left out? What's going on with this person? King of Swords, they feel like they got to defeat you in a certain maybe area of your life, or this person's competitive. This is an authority figure, so it would be somebody older than you. And that's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Page of Swords, this is so accurate right here. I'm sorry, getting kind of hyper. Four of Pentacles. It's about like, this is holding on to you because it's interesting to see how it unfolds. Even your travel in the future is interesting to this person, like where you go. Take it as figurative or as high as you want to bring that to, because they're looking at your Four of Pentacles. So let's talk about that. They're in the 5, just to round it out. The 5 is the next card over. And what did I want to clarify? Yeah, what is the Page of Swords Empress? That would be good to ask. What is the Page of Swords Empress and what are their feelings? 8 of Wands, they want to message you. They want contact. This person wants to talk about some things. It could be furthered through the weekend. I do see how that's possible and could play out in the 3D, but they really want contact from you. Yeah, get your attention, get some information clarified by 3 cards. 5 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. So on your new journey, you do have a lot of abundance, okay? I don't want to hear it in the comments that I didn't pull it. No, I'm joking. The first reading yesterday started off with this card. So what I like to do is if I see a similar thing like this, I go back to that video and what I said there, because that could be additional information for you or a furthered extended. There's a little bit of like, they're proud of you, but they're also competitive with you. This King of Swords, this one could be family even. Like there could be somebody around you that feels this strict thing to be an authority figure over you, or it's a person that once had control over what you did or what you said. 8 of Wands, long contact, traveling contact. They might be traveling and the 5 currently. And then the 5 of Wands is a fight with you. So they could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. The signs are here. 8 of Wands is, it fell. Sagittarius, that was. And 5 of Pentacles is added now, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. A lot of people feel left out in your new adventure, but there is an excitement toward the Empress. It's a lot of financial abundance. If you work for it, you're gonna have to leave the house. But Empress is here with something at work. And look at it. It feels very much like an occupation. So let's check it. Let us see. Shuffle for the... Okay, you might have needed to see that. Page of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. There's a message about your work. Opportunities for progression, or something a little bit more interesting. Something maybe that you do by yourself. It feels solo. You could be the Page of Wands. A lot of you could be a business owner, or you do it by yourself. Reliable to self. Long term. There's the Simple Kind of Man card. It's the Knight of Pentacles, because some of you asked me to call it out because I didn't say it in last night's reading, and I apologize. It is the Knight of Pentacles, and you'll know because the coin is over here. Okay, so screenshot if you like. We said it was Robert Wagner, who was married to Natalie Wood in the 80s, and they did have 2 children together. Robert Wagner did marry Natalie Wood eventually, and Natalie Wood was the star of the West Side Story with the fighting of the Puerto Ricanos, and they were fighting. Who were they fighting in West Side Story? It was a Romeo and Juliet, right? Romeo and Juliet. So that might even be your story, West Side Story. Okay, eventually, so the outcome is the 3 of Cups and the High Priestess. The outcome is Pisces and Cancer and Venus energy. It's water is the outcome, basically. So it's very emotional for you. I think you meet a lot of cool people that just went through the same process as you on your new adventure. And you get to share the fact that you are also very gifted, as in a high priest or high priestess. Because you see how she's like, She was in Bewitched, she was very captivating too and really personable, even if she was a little witchy. So she's very fun to talk to, right? If you remember her character. But you meet people there. Let's get your special card at the end. So how does that all tie? I stopped at the pig. Okay, so we'll read it. And it's funny because I saw that last night in an episode I was watching with my grandma, and this was the animal that was said. This is freaky because I was watching the show with Steve Harvey. It's a game show. Family Feud is what I was watching with my grandma. Maintain self-worth and self-esteem. Archangels Mary, Gabriel, and Uriel. These wonderful healers come from the Pleiades mission to serve and raise the global frequency of the land and all its How appropriate. And look at this. This is an intuitive person. That's the High Priestess card. I'll continue. I'm sorry. They symbolize heart healing, love with their aura, and they have a soul mission to keep, this is powerful, frequency of the land, people, and animals. I'm sorry about that. I've been emotional. Around them, high, pure, and clear, their service mission is to eat the food and the vegetation, but somehow have that a part of them. In earlier times, it was considered a privilege to share your home with this clean, evolved, and clever animal. The healing angels of the Pleiades and many archangels are working with you now to uphold your sense of self-worth and self-esteem so that you do not dip in a lower frequency. How appropriate. Communication. Three of Cups is more communication with others. It's other people just like you. Okay? Or maybe you're serving them. It says you can continue to serve in the highest possible light if you allowed yourself once to be the guidance. This card tells you that you have what it takes because you are special in your gifts. High Priestess. That's exactly what this card means, down to its core. So thank you guys. Your newest adventure will start off that way. Of course, we're going to update this video week to week to week. I hope you enjoyed what you saw here today and that it helped you or calmed you down. Thank you so much for coming. Of course, I send this as like my spiritual love letter to you. Thank you for coming for your newest adventure. And I'll catch up with you in the afternoon for no contact. That one is going to be in my car though. Bye-bye. Take care.